So the first challenge we'll look at is data management. So for most of the 20th century, businesses have been splitting their resources in departments. So each one of them would be responsible for very specific tasks. Marketing would decide which products we needed, engineering team would design them, manufacturing produced them, and the sales and services would get them out to the market, to the customers. Such a departmental structure made a lot of sense, and specialists in their field are usually the best workers to carry out the activities related to that specific department. For example, who's better suited than engineers that are trained in school and later on in their workplace to tackle the engineering challenges of a business? Probably no one, right? So the problem with such a rigid departmental structure is that most of the time, the work conducted by specialists is extended way past their specialty, and they start deciding everything about the department's operation. So this results in all departments working their own specific way and having independent ways of organizing activities, documents, data, and computer systems, to name a few. The incompatibilities between departments that result of such inconsistent methods lead to contradictory versions of the same data and duplicate activities. Basically, this very rigid and compartmental method of executing work results in each department being their own separate entity inside of your business. So when each departments are separated by the way they're working internally and the data each department holds is often hard to share across the business. So in that case, we like to say the information is siloed, meaning the data is stuck inside of its department and very time consuming for outside workers to retrieve. These information silos make collaboration across the business a difficult task. And let's face it, there will definitely come a time in the life cycle of your products where some data will be required by multiple departments. This is usually where the fun begins. So let's imagine for a second that engineering is working on a new product for which marketing is preparing a launch campaign. Marketing might require a copy of a 3D model, and lucky enough, the only designer working on that project might be on vacation for the next 2 weeks, let's say. So since the data is not managed properly in the engineering department, because engineers are not necessarily experts at managing data, which takes us back to the point I was making earlier, no one else in the department is able to put their hands on said 3D model. Marketing will obviously be forced to wait for the worker's return in order to finish their project, and this results in a lot of time wasted by many people to try and retrieve the data, and marketing will have to rework their schedule around since they're missing valuable information to complete their ongoing tasks. This is a pretty straightforward and simple example, but the goal really here was to illustrate how such simple and easy tasks can quickly add up and consume valuable time. And I'm pretty sure that right now you guys are probably thinking of such tasks that occur daily or weekly inside of your businesses that cost you a bunch of time. It was actually shown that 25% of companies waste more than 20% of their technical time on non-productive data management tasks. This literally means that a typical engineer working in your business wastes 1 full day a week doing work that adds no value to your company. So if we think about it, finding a way to properly manage your data across your business and making it more easy to share would mean you could perform the same work 5 engineers used to do with only 4 of them. And this is exactly what PDM tries to tackle.